14 minutes after 7, a look at traffic, westbound 80. Starting to slow up at Greenback Lane. If you're staying with Cap City Freeway, you will stay slow through Fulton Avenue. And westbound 80, the Yellow Causeway, up to its usual crawl at this hour. Traffic brought to you by ZeroResSacramento.com.
Hi, this is Michelle.
Good morning. I'm Chloe.
Hello. My name is Brandy.
And we just love Dan and Sonoma.
This is the best possible way to start a morning, surrounded by gorgeous women.
Yes.
It doesn't get any better than that.
No, it doesn't. Especially not for us.
Okay, now that I'm totally warmed up and awake now, couple of things on the call up prep board. This was mentioned yesterday. Zuckerberg from Facebook sending a letter to Congress, which he knows is dominated by Republicans, at least currently. Well, not dominated, but it's run by Republicans. Look, Zuckerberg is not a conservative by any stretch. I'm not certain of the motivation as to why he would send this letter, basically saying the federal government, mostly the Biden administration, and I don't know if he used those words, if he called them out by name, pressuring him and his company to censor his customers, I guess, his Facebook users regarding information regarding the pandemic. Claiming misinformation, claiming this and that. This is what's so irritating and outright angering about Republicans. With this letter, coupled with the universities that I mentioned a dozen times or more, Johns Hopkins, Stanford, and Harvard, none of those are conservative universities producing studies saying the government screwed this up. And I will never forget or forgive the totalitarian lockdowns we had, the mask mandates, but more importantly, the shaming and forcing of a vaccine to be put into ourselves because of this misinformation by the government. Now, wherever Republicans have been on this, there's been a few. There's been a few nationally. Here in California, there hasn't been one word about that whole nightmare of the lockdown. And now that Zuckerberg has sort of broken the ice from the social media perspective, now is the time for Republicans to say, hey, this never should have happened.
Not sure why he would do that. Do you think he's afraid Trump is going to win and somehow punish him or something?
That's a possibility. Like I said, I don't know his motivations either. That would be my guess, that he's covering himself, before the
getting out in front of it,
the smackdown. Yeah, exactly. Because he's had all kinds of time to make mention of this. He's had years, literally, because he's known what's been going on. Why is he coming out now with this? So I think that's probably what's going on. He is getting out in front of it, but still, Republicans need to chime in and start investigating, and start asking questions, and start arresting people.
Yeah, they're being paid off.
They're being paid off. No, they're just cowards. They're just cowards.
Well, there's always that.
But there's good news on the call of prep. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It could be both. They could be cowards and being paid off.
Knowing the Republicans, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
They could be wasting. They could be wasting their money. Whoever's paying them, because they probably wouldn't do anything anyway.
Where's Jessica Patterson here in the state? where my brother literally took
She's partying with Gabby.
He took his children out of California because of the vaccine mandate. He said, "I'm not doing it." I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So, and that's still going on, by the way. They're still.
I'm just sad that he reproduced
on children. They're still.
I don't know why he didn't. I don't know why his wife didn't have an abortion. That's all the rage, having abortions.
Well, those are privileged children. They're higher ups. They literally look down upon us. That's the bottom line with that.
Oh yes, that's right. Again, they're the ruling class. We're just the plebs.
Republicans never, to this day, haven't said anything about the vaccine mandate here in California, which is just an outrage. Hey, but let's end on
before we run out of time. I think we want to get to Steve Hilton, don't we?
Steve Hilton. He used to call you. He did. We could say you were in contact with possibly the future governor. Now, if Hilton runs, I will actually love to help him. I'd love to get in contact with him, because one thing he's going to need, and I'm not certain, in fact, I'm kind of certain he does know one element of running for something like governor, again, the California Republican Party. I don't think they're going to help him that much. Remember, they did nothing. They openly almost opposed
Larry
Elder. Larry
Elder
when he ran. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again,
that was pretty sad.
If you get past the California Republican Party, then you got a chance.
Hilton is an awesome conservative.
Well spoken, can get some traction, but he may be too conservative for the Republicans of California, and they may undermine his campaign.
Yeah, it's a Bill and Diamond Springs moment. We're doomed. Okay, Dan.
All right, bud. Thanks. Talk to you tomorrow.
Always a pleasure. 720, 98 with sunshine today.